Hey guys, Emma here, coming to you with your oracle reading for the day. I'm picking 3 cards from the Healing Waters Oracle deck by Rebecca Campbell, sorry. If this finds you, it's meant to find you. If it doesn't resonate, please don't try and make it fit. Just leave it for the person it's meant to find, okay? So 3 cards for the collective. Easy enough. 3 cards for the collective. Thank you. So, the first card, which flipped out, was the Wellspring. What are you thirsty for? Body care, take a breath. Beautiful. We also got Let It Rain, allowing what is, inevitability and trust. And we got Making Waves. Momentum is building. It's your time. Achievement. Wonderful. This is wonderful. Now, this is very much on point with the energy that I've been channeling. Is this idea of trusting in the universe, trusting your calling, trusting what it is that you're called to do. What are you thirsty for? What is it that your soul is pulling you towards? And letting, trusting that that's for a reason, okay? And allowing it to pull you towards this great achievement that you're walking towards with this Making Waves card, okay? At this time, you may be feeling called to rest, to recuperate, to gather your energy. You may be feeling isolated and just feeling pulled to pour your energy into yourself. And usually when we're in this moment of pause, when we are feeling called to do this, it is for a reason. It's because there is something big coming up for us in which we are required to have our emotions, have our energy in check, okay? So I'm going to take a few tarot cards for you just to get some confirmation. So I'd like some confirmation on the Wellspring card. Okay, information on this card for me, please. Wellspring. Okay. So obviously I was saying you're probably being called to turn inwards, to, take your energy back from certain people. And that's exactly what's coming up here with the Hermit card, okay? If you notice, she is alone, she's resting, she's protected as she's resting, as she's calling in all of her energy. And this is what the Hermit card speaks of. It speaks of a time of rejuvenation, being alone, meditation, really. And this is what you're called to be doing at the minute. This is I feel this is your current energy right now, okay? And what also came out was the Ace of Cups in reverse. Now, what this is telling me is the reason that you're being called to go inwards and to retreat into your inner world is because there is some kind of emotional lack, some kind of repressed emotion. Although, I actually, considering the 2 cards that I've just pulled, I feel this speaks more of self-love and not pouring in to people externally at this time. You're being called to give all of that energy and all of that love to yourself to prepare for your upcoming victory, your upcoming win. Let's get some clarity for this Let It Rain card, trust and inevitability. So what do we need to know? The sun appearing on the bottom of the deck. Everything's going to be fine. You've got some serious joy headed your way, okay? What do we need to know about Let It Rain? Okay, so funny because this is the card that I looked at and I felt that this was the card that would come out. Let it rain, allowing what is, inevitability, trust. So really what this is saying to me is that you should trust that no matter what happens, no matter how heartbroken, no matter how things work out, You have to trust that it is for a greater reason. It's for the greater good, you know. And I'm probably talking to people who have experienced a heartbreak recently. It doesn't have to be romantic. It could be in many different instances. But this heartbreak is not a test of faith, but it's a way for you to practice letting go. It's a way for you to practice surrender. And when you commit to this and you actually see it through and you don't give up hope, you will be surprised where you find yourself. And often, you know, obviously they say that, you know, hindsight is 2020, and this is kind of what they mean. You know, at the time you may be feeling this Three of Swords energy. You may be feeling absolutely heartbroken, betrayed, depressed, at a loss. But with this card, let it rain. Let it rain, okay? You know, let this pain, let this hurt wash over you, because it's for a greater good. And trust that, excuse me, still recovering slightly. Trust that this pain that's enveloping you is to give you power. I'm noticing this kind of lightning around her, if you can see it, but it's an activation of sorts, you know. It's an activation, and you need this. This is integral, because where it is that you're going, this success card, this is an integral part of building your character, of building your experience, and making sure that this is sustainable. And this will stay with you, you know. If you don't have any hurt, if you don't have any heartbreak, you don't know what you're worth. You don't know what you want, you know, because you've not had an example of what you don't want, okay? So let's get some, I love this, making waves, momentum is building. Now, this really speaks to me because I felt so much momentum in starting these readings, and I feel the people I'm talking to are probably also feeling this sense of momentum, and this idea that it's your time. It's finally your time. You know, you've made it. You've made it through the heartbreak. You've made it through the misery. Okay. Let's get a couple more clarity on this victory that's coming your way. You know, what is it that's coming your way that... Oopsie daisy. What is the achievement? What is the victory? What's the achievement? The Sun card flying out, of course, you know, you're going to be happy about this. You're going to be so happy about this. And it's a lot to do with joy. It's a lot to do with playfulness, with fun. I believe this will be a revival of sorts for your inner child. You know, perhaps you had dreams as a child that you never thought would come true. You know, you thought that they were too far-fetched. You thought that it wasn't for you. It wasn't meant to be for you. But we know that when you have a dream, when you're born with something, that's a seed. It's a seed that's been planted there by the divine for a reason, because it's yours, it's for you, you know. And I believe you come to a period where you're actually claiming back these childhood dreams that perhaps you'd once given up on. And this is where you're going to find your victory. You know, you were always meant to follow this path. You were always supposed to follow these dreams. But oftentimes as we grow up and as we face certain things in our lives, certain difficulties, we become disillusioned about our lives, about our capabilities. You know, our self-confidence, our self-worth can be knocked. And it means that we are kind of steered away from this path, from our divine path, you know. And I feel that this is what it is. You're leaving this life that was somebody else's. You know, you were living in somebody else's life, and you've decided that it's time to step into your purpose. And that's exactly what you're doing. You know, you're stepping into your purpose. And we have 2 pages coming out, and this is fabulous. So really at this time with the Page of Wands and the Page of Swords, this is a time of brand new ideas for you. This is a time of inspiration, of passion, of creative endeavors. You may be feeling somewhat restless at this time because this tapping into your childhood dreams, you know, there may be many childhood dreams, and there may be an indecision of actually which to pursue. There's a lot of curiosity around this, about exploring your inner world, about exploring the things that you have put on the back burner, that you've kind of forgotten about, really. And with these two cards, perhaps this is not quite in action yet. Perhaps this is more the idea phase, because the pages precede the knights, which talk about actual decisive action. Okay. So I believe at this time you are filled with ideas, you're filled with knowledge, you're finding new ways to express this new life that you've stepped into, which makes sense. You know, you're recalling these childhood dreams that you had, and you're ready really to foster these ideas like you haven't before. You know, you're really, and with the pages coming out as well, also quite childlike energy. So this really, to me, is speaking of the inner child, of childhood dreams. Okay, now I'm going to pick a couple cards for you from the manifesting deck called Making Magic by Priestess Moon. Okay, find those on Amazon. What is it the collective needs to know? What relates to this reading? What do they need to know? Okay, we have 3 cards coming out straight away. Wow. Okay, so the first one that came out was Earth. And with the Earth card, this is all about grounding, stability, and strength in times of chaos. Very similar to this Perseverance card that's come out, which talks about the motivation to keep going despite the odds. And this is speaking to me of the Heartbreak card that has come out. Okay, and of this Let It Rain, allowing what is, and trust. So I'm speaking to people who have been through very, very difficult times in their lives, and they've shown such incredible motivation and perseverance to actually get through this, that their rewards are inevitable. This success, this victory was always inevitable, because you never gave up, you know, and people who never give up, they get there, you know. With the Earth element coming up here, asking for stability and strength, it's really speaking to me of this card here, the Wellspring, body care and take a breath. So you may be very aware of the momentum, you may be very aware of this new beginning coming in, but there may be part of you that really needs to ground into this new energy. And with the 2 pages coming up as well, this idea of grounding is really speaking to me, because these ideas, these new thoughts are not quite ready to be put into action, or maybe they're very much on the verge of being put into action, but they're still very much in the idea phase currently. And so you need to ground, and you need to have that stability and that strength in order to transmute these ideas into physical and tangible action with the Knight cards, which come next. Okay. We also got the Labyrinth card. I love how these just perfectly match up with the 3 cards that we pull. It's crazy. So this is transition to a higher level of being, raising your energetic vibration and enlightenment. And this is exactly what is happening to this lady here. She stands in front of this strange figure, almost, and she's initiated. She's being initiated into a higher level of being. She is being initiated into her light body. She's experiencing an awakening, and a part of this awakening is a soul remembrance. It's remembering the dreams that you were born into this world with. It's remembering that you are inherently worthy, as you are. You know, you've always been worthy ever since you were born, and it was just these external circumstances. It was these external circumstances that took that away, that led you away from your soul calling, that led you away from your true soul being. and your soul gifts. And at this time, as you rest and rejuvenate and work on these new ideas, trust and surrender that this is for a reason, that this is leading to your ultimate fulfillment, your ultimate happiness, okay? What an incredible reading. The energy that I'm picking up from this collective is nothing short of miraculous, you know, it really is incredible. And I just want to, you know, if nobody said it, let me be the first to congratulate you on this new journey that you're undertaking, because you're part of the new renaissance, you know, you're part of ushering in a new age of spiritual consciousness for humanity, and that is very special. So do be proud of yourself, and keep loving yourself, keep taking time, taking rest, and grounding yourself as well, so that you can bring about this new reality that you're envisioning for yourself.